2018, 2019, 2020, organic marketing for dropshipping was like not a thing at all. But now with TikTok Shop, you know, all the different TikTok pages, SEO, and just really just the opportunities that are out there, I mean, you can really still make it even if you don't have a lot of money with paid ads.
Yeah. Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode. All right, guys, from Dallas, we got AC Hampton. We're going to talk dropshipping today. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's how I started. So
hey, easy, man.
Everything comes full circle, right?
Yes, sir. It always does.
Absolutely.
I know we were talking back a couple of years ago, too. So
yeah.
Excited to come back and, you know, bring this full circle in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's cool,
sir.
Cool to see you tough it out because a lot of people left that space.
Yeah, a lot of people did, but the only reason why they left is because perseverance, but also not focused on treating it like a business. Honestly, that's the main reasons.
Right.
Yes, sir, man. It's been great, though. How's everything been with you?
Dude, can't complain. The podcast is fun. Have on a lot of the brightest minds, and I can't wait to dive into your world about e-commerce, dropshipping, and see what you've been up to.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. What's been the main focus lately?
Yeah, main focus has been just continuously building up my brand. So I have a couple e-commerce brands that we've been building up, but also just growing ourselves on socials and Supreme Ecom. So now I own a marketing agency called Supreme Ecom, where we teach people every day how to start, build, and run profitable e-commerce businesses, and just teaching a lot of free education on YouTube, Instagram, and different platforms. So it's been great to be able to get the word out there. Growing. I mean, we have thousands and thousands of students. So being able to create that impact has been great so far. So that's kind of what we've been focused on.
Any cool testimonials or stories from some of your students?
Man, we have some amazing testimonials. I mean, we just had we had a student named Michael who came to us in November of last year. And from November of last year till February this year, he did around $560,000 in sales.
Damn.
Profiting right around like $75,000 from that. Man, we've had amazing testimonials. Like, so every week or every 2 weeks, I post a testimonial on my YouTube channel. So we've been pumping these things out. So a lot of our students have been able to get some great success, and it shows that, you know, when we value what efforts that we put in, it shows it in our students as well. So it's definitely been doing its thing.
And you've been crushing it on the social media side on YouTube, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything's been organic thus far. We haven't spent any money on paid advertising.
Wow.
So, yeah, the organic growth has been amazing. Being able to create the impact that we've been able to do organically has been great. So YouTube's at around 450,000 subscribers, and Instagram is like right around like 170,000. So over the last couple of years, it's been growing.
That's impressive, man. Why do you choose to only go organic and not do paid ads?
I understood the legitimateness of having a business that doesn't require paid ads can last a lot longer. I'm not against paid ads. It's something that I'm going to start rolling out in the next couple of months. But I wanted to create a foundation in the business first. I wanted to make sure that no matter if we didn't spend $1 or not, that knowledge was going to continue to keep having the business grow itself. The testimonials, the student success, investing into the students in our program and our services is what I wanted to spend the money on instead of spending on paid ads. And investing in a strong product was kind of, you know, where majority of the money came into. So I really was just focused on that up front. And then now that the product is doing really well, we're seeing a lot of great success. I want to be able to reach more people. So now we're going to start running paid ads in the next couple of months. But past 5 years, I mean, we've been able to do everything organically.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's actually unheard of, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a single person in my space who doesn't do paid ads.
Dude,
you know?
I get those daily.
Yeah. So,
literally multiple times a day.
I mean, it shows like the legitimate of our business, but also shows like the longevity too. You know, if we've been able to continue to grow year after year, and I mean grow for real.
Yeah.
And we've never spent $1, it shows, you know, what we put our efforts into, you know, is getting us into that position.
Absolutely. Where does the community reside on Discord?
Yeah, so we're in Discord right now. We've done all types of things. We had Slack last year. We ended up getting rid of Slack because the expenses were like just overly crazy.
Do they charge a lot? I didn't know
they
that.
charge like $29 per user.
Holy.
I didn't know that.
Dude.
Yeah. And
that's not worth it.
I had people flooding like the Slack. So I was like, okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to come to Discord. I started Discord in July of last year.
Yeah.
And we have 30,000 people in our Discord right now.
Crap.
So it's been growing like really, really, really quickly. And those are just, you know, the free students in there. We also have a paid part of our Discord where our paid students are also in. So building that community has been just insane. Like we have a little section inside there that says the success feed. and my paid students are able to post in there.
Yep.
And you can just scroll literally all day, every day, and it's just result after result,
That's
after result. So being able to kind of have people who may have never had experience or maybe never seen success in this space, being able to join a community and see people succeeding every day, I think it's really motivating for them, and it's going to continue to keep them going, you know, even on the harder days.
That's inspiring to be like surrounded by that. It's important because when I was dropshipping, I was alone and I didn't have community. And I feel like having that, because you could also hit them up for advice too, right? And I'm sure
I mean, our channel, like so I have, we have 35 staff members now at Supreme. Yeah. So in this, you know, we have community moderators, we have a bunch of mentors, consultants, people who are actively engaging with these people on a day-to-day basis. So if you join this community, you're going to notice that like my staff doesn't just talk to only our paid students. We have multiple free channels where you can come in, ask pieces of advice, get your store reviewed, etc., and be able to learn from people who are actually doing what you want to do in this world. So I'm even in there. Like I'll pop inside the free channels. I'll be like, what's everybody's motivation today? Or, hey, here's the tip of the day, or, you know, anything like that. So growing that community has been something that's been very important for us because, like you said, in the dropshipping space, 2018, 2019, 2020, there was nothing. Like no YouTube videos, no one to learn from. So I really put that as a big emphasis that, you know, once I was able to gain the knowledge and be able to create that success, that I was going to be able to grow a community with.
Back then it was Facebook groups. Ecom empires, baby.
And a lot of scammers in these Facebook groups too.
They would post their screenshot and say, DM me.
Exactly like that. So Facebook groups are not as big anymore, more of like in the Discord. But it's faster and it's more attentive than Facebook groups.
It's a new meta because groups are so like ineffective for communication. You got to make a whole post and then read the comments and message people individually.
That's literally exactly how it is.
Yeah, Discord's so clean. I like Discord. Discord's big in the crypto space, so I'm familiar with it. But there are a lot of hacks on Discord too.
There are. I mean, obviously, you can set community like moderations. Like you have to have a photo ID, a driver's license, a phone number, email. Like different types of moderations so that the people who are joining your server, you can like really control it a lot better. Because when I started my Discord like June of last year, I had like no security on it. And there was just like all types of crazy people in there. So
I remember my server got hacked or something. My Discord server.
Oh, it did. And that from probably just some scammer out there.
You click the wrong link. They have ownership of it.
That's crazy.
It's part of the game, man. So is dropshipping still working like in terms of running Facebook ads, or is it a new model?
No, it's 100%. I mean, working. I mean, it's growing. E-commerce itself is growing. I think we're not even close to the peak of what dropshipping, e-commerce, and what all of this availability is able to get us to. So I mean, people are doing a little bit of omni-channel marketing. So they're focusing on, you know, doing Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google ads, SEO. My company's focuses specifically on TikTok and Facebook. But majority of the success I'm really seeing is still on Facebook. I mean, higher quality products that you can sell, you know, people who have more disposable income because the age demographics are like 30 to, you know, 70 on Facebook. So I'm still scaling my brands every day, spending probably 80% of my ad spend on Facebook ads.
Wow.
Yeah, still.
Like, I have heard recently it's making a comeback.
It definitely is. I mean, there's other great things like TikTok Shop and ways that you can grow organically now. Like I grew Supreme Ecom all 100% organically, but I grew my dropshipping career 100% with paid ads. So I understand like both. You know, I understand how to grow a service based organically, but I understand how to sell a product with paid ads and organically. So with paid ads, like I said, Facebook is going crazy, but there's a lot of other ways that you can start driving sales organically. Like when in 2018, 2019, 2020, organic marketing for dropshipping was like not a thing at all. But now with TikTok Shop, you know, all the different TikTok pages, SEO, and just really just the opportunities that are out there, I mean, you can really still make it even if you don't have a lot of money with paid ads.
Yeah, I think it's important to have both the paid ads and organic these days.
It is. I mean, you have to diversify yourself. And if anything ever shuts down or anything ever happens, you should still be able to have your business driving revenue.
Facts. Is that still a common issue with Facebook?
It's not as big of a common issue because of the security measures that go before actually running ads. Like for our students, we have you have to warm up your account. You have to be able to set these type of measurements. You cannot run ads for the first 7 days. You have to like, share, and comment on these amount of posts. You know, we do a lot of warming up accounts that protect our students from getting banned. So for us internally, I'm not seeing it.
Wow.
But I do hear the horror stories like on YouTube and things like that of people getting banned, but I just don't think they're doing the right precautions up front.
Yeah, I've seen people, they get their accounts hacked and then they run up the ad spend and on their credit cards.
Yeah, I mean that's Facebook. I mean you'll lose your account, you'll get banned. They're not turning your ads off, so your ads are still running while you're trying to
banned.
I've been in that position many times, you know, where I've seen my account, like especially when I first started my career, my account was banned. I had no access to the account. They locked my Facebook. I couldn't even log into it. It was non-existent. They deleted my Facebook profile. Like
Holy
nothing
crap.
showed up, but the ads were still running. Yeah. So you have to like do a lot of things like having multiple admins on your account. You know, nowadays I have like 10 to 15 different people that I can log into at any moment and still access my ads. So just for security. But yeah, there's been many times I've lost my account. Which I've taught so many people how to recover now because you know that horror that comes from that.
Yeah, that's nuts. Are you using domestic suppliers or international mainly?
We use both. So you know, one of the people that came actually on this podcast a couple of weeks ago was Lior. And Lior is one of my major partners. So they have domestic and they have international. We work with a bunch of different private suppliers and private brands that are in the United States too, that allow you to be able to do private labeling, branding, be able to get molds. You can get like 3 to 6 day shipping. So what we teach is the whole purpose of my curriculum is to teach how you can turn yourself into a dropshipper, into a branded e-commerce store owner. So we're scaling students up, like I said, Michael, right? Or, you know, like my student Francesca, to over 100,000. We try to find products. We try to scale them up to $100,000. Once you get over $100,000, we then try to transition you into a branded store. So the whole purpose of why people start drop shipping is because no inventory you have to buy up front, you know, less, you know, risk. So you can really get into a market that's favorable for you.
Yeah.
And, you know, without the risk that comes with it. Then once you do scale up in that market, you find out who your ideal audience is, you understand who your customer is, you understand what the type of product quality you're looking for. You scale this up to, you know, $50,000 to $100,000 or more. We then go and reinvest that profit into inventory in the United States domestically. So, you know, and you didn't have to start off by buying any product up front, but this is how you're going to be able to get yourself into that point of creating a legitimate brand. So you get your profit from the dropshipping store, you then create a brand, you order products and inventory, you then ship it to the United States, and then you're able to, you know, create that product any way that you want, get the best shipping, and be able to continue to keep growing your business.
That makes sense. Have you seen any dropshipping stores be able to sell?
Yeah, I mean, that, like just being able to sell just like products in general?
No, sell the company.
Oh, yeah. So that's something that we teach as well. And that's what I first started. So there's a company called, what was that company called? It was, there's like multiple companies out there that you can go ahead and sell your dropshipping stores for. And the main thing that you're selling is you're not selling the store, you're selling the pixel. So the most important thing is the data that you have gained from, you know, your customers' activity, all the way from their email to, you know, every activity that they took on your store. So you can sell it for up to 2.5 times your profit. The website's called Flippa. That's one of the websites that you can sell your businesses to. So when I first started my business or started drop shipping, I sold a product, baby bed. I ended up scaling it to right around like 1.7 million in 7 months. Wow. And I did about 350,000 profit off of it. Not the biggest profit margin, but it was like it was like one of the first products that I was able to scale up. And I remember I was like, hey, I want to go ahead and continue to keep drop shipping, but I don't think I want to stay in this realm anymore. So I took my store and I went to flippa.com and I ended up selling the brand. And they were like, you know, we'll take the website, but the main thing we need is the pixel. And like I said, they are able to give minimum 2.5 times the profit that you made off of it.
So that's almost $1 million.
Literally just off the pixel.
Damn, that's actually really good to know.
The store basically comes for free. Like the store just comes with it. They can build the store out in less than an hour and make it look just as similar as yours. But the biggest advantage is having the data and the consumer behavior behind it.
And it makes sense from their point of view because they can use the pixel on their ads now, and they could probably make an ROI on it if they have the right guy running ads.
Yeah, and I mean, even for myself, like right now, I've been able, like I have a general dropshipping store that I still run today, but I still have multiple e-commerce brands. And the reason that I have this general dropshipping store is because I've tested out like every niche that you could think of. I've tested out baby niches, health and wellness, beauty, etc. And every time I test out a niche, I have a specific pixel that goes with that niche. So that if I do want to go ahead and start testing out within that, I already have such a competitive advantage over everyone else in the market because I have so much more data than everybody else.
Wow. Dude, I wish I knew that when I had Jersey Champs. I probably could have sold that pixel.
Yeah, I had no idea either until somebody was like, "Have you ever thought about selling like your pixel at all?" I'm like, the thing that's collecting our data, like they're like, yeah, they're like, well, businesses want that more than the website. Businesses want that more than anything. So that's definitely something that we teach our students. Like, if you want to exit out and you don't want to keep this business and you want to go into starting another brand or starting another store, you still just went and did the hardest thing that majority of companies do and spend the most money on, which is data collection.
Facts. Is the Pixel still as powerful after the iOS updates?
Yeah, it's very, very, very powerful. I mean, with the iOS updates, there's been other things that have been able to roll out to help with collecting data still. So there's things called UTMs that you can be able to track on the Shopify side and still see all the data. You can also use things, other like databases and CRMs to track your data better. But I will say, like, 2020, 2021, the data was really kind of iffy when it came to the iOS updates. But now it seems like everything's back. It seems like either option A, everyone is opting in and it's just like not a big thing anymore. Or B, they just have so much data that it's not affecting it because they've been able to collect it since this iOS update for the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Like you would see back in the day, your ads dashboard would say like, you would know you would have to purchase, but it wouldn't even show you a purchase.
Right.
You would click on the breakdowns and try to see what age and demographics were buying your product the most. And it would show like the metrics that are happening on Facebook with your video, but you weren't really seeing it on the back end. Now you see everything again.
Wow.
So it kind of seems like it's not being affected anymore, to be honest with you. All the data is readily available at your fingertips.
Interesting. Yeah. During the pandemic, Hyros blew up.
Yeah, Hyros went crazy.
Yeah, but now it seems like they're not needed. Interesting.
They're not needed as much. And honestly, for what they're charging, like you can go set up a thing called, like I said, UTMs on the back end of your Shopify for absolutely free.
Yeah.
That will do the same thing that Hyros, does. So don't get me wrong. I even tried Hyros. Like in 2020, 2021, I was using Hyros because I was like, I got to still keep ads running. But like I said, I run all my ads strictly on the platform itself now.
Yeah. What's your ad creative process?
So the ad creative process is the number one like determination of getting success now with dropshipping. Back in the day, like when I first started, you could find a product, you could find an ad that's working, start running ads, and you'd start making money. It's not like that really as much anymore. So content is king, data is queen. So as much as I've been speaking about data, content is even more important to this as it will determine your success. So my ad creation process is as similar. It's just as easy as this. Basically, I find a market, I find the product that I want to sell, I find 3 to 4 people who are currently scaling the product in the market. I create a strength and weakness list of everything that they're doing right versus what they're doing wrong. Things that they're doing right could be their scroll stopper grabbed my attention. Maybe the video was only 30 seconds, so it wasn't too long. Maybe they showed men and women using the product. Maybe they highlighted the features and benefits really well. Maybe things that they're not doing well is maybe the quality of the video is not that well, or it's not grabbing my attention, or it's not giving you a call to action on what direction to go. So I create the strength and weakness list, and I basically just understand everything they're doing right, everything they're doing wrong. I send it over to my video editors at Dropship Media, and I just send them the list, and I tell them like, hey, everything that you're seeing on this list, this is what I want for my video. I understand that these people are not content directors. These people are content creators.
Yeah.
So I have to give them the direction. So being able to do that analysis of these people's content really allows us to be able to stand out. That's one way. And then the second way is just understanding all the different demographics that would buy your products. So one thing that really went crazy for me is like I was selling this back stretcher, right? Like about like a year ago. And we did 0 to 480,000 in 27 days.
Wow.
And the only thing I did different is I just looked at all the competitors. I understood one competitor was targeting fitness people, one competitor was targeting office workers, and another competitor was targeting like physical therapy. Like this is why you would buy the product. And I was like, okay, well, what are all the people who would want or have lower back pain? The only thing I did different was target older people who drive cars long distance.
Wow.
And it's the same product, has the same features and benefits, solves the same type of problem. And I just tested out a different demographic.
Smart.
So with testing nowadays, not are you just creating strength and weakness lists of your competitors, but if you just target different angles that your competitors are not testing, that also allows you to stand out and be able to tap into an audience that may have never even bought the product in the first place.
That's brilliant because it's so easy to see what your competitors are doing these days. I remember when we first started, it was before Facebook ads library came out and you could just see all the ads.
Easy.
Now you can just see whatever people are running.
And more importantly, there's like barriers to entry now having like lower barriers to entry on certain platforms. So like another big thing that went crazy for me is I noticed that there's like this there's this product that can help with red light therapy and be able to like really release the muscle tension. And everybody loves being able to have something that can release muscle tension. But anyways, I saw like 4 or 5 people scaling this on TikTok. I saw one person scaling it on Facebook. So as much as, trying to find a new angle is really great, also understanding the barriers to entry in the platforms that you're selling on. So if I notice 5 people are on TikTok and only 1 on Facebook, if I just take that same type of approach and just come to the Facebook side, the market share is way more readily available.
Right.
And so you can just go into hopping into that market as well. So it's a favor when you can see like, okay, how much competition you have on each platform and where is it going to be the most favorable for you.
I love that. TikTok's so good at blowing up products, man.
Yeah.
I
TikTok.
get the oil pulling one every day.
The oil, every single day. I mean, you got to understand, it's like they're just tracking all your consumer behavior. If you're watching a video for more than 3 seconds, they're going to show you the more ads like that. If you even like it, if you click on the comment section, all this is just consumer behavior that they're tracking with their data. So yeah, one of the easiest ways that I try telling students all the time is like, if you want to go find a winning product, just go out there and act like a shopper. Like go on your social media, go to your Facebooks, your Instagram, your TikToks for at least an hour a day for 2 weeks straight. Like engage with every ad that you see. Because if you engage with every ad, this platform is going to start thinking that you're a shopper. So they're going to keep showing you more shopping ads.
Wow.
And ads can only show up on your platform if they're being ran that day. So you're not focused, you're not putting yourself in a position of reinventing the wheel if you are just transforming your entire newsfeed to being all ads.
Yeah.
And then you just get to choose and pick and choose which direction you want to go with it.
That's smart. I actually like that. I'm going to start doing that for real because I get so many ads that I don't engage with, so it doesn't show.
And when I say engage, I mean go all the way through, like comment, I mean click the shop now button, add to cart, initiate checkout, do everything. Do everything but purchase. Okay. Because the further that you go with your consumer journey on the actual, like from the product to all the way to their website.
Are you interested in coming on the Digital Social Hour podcast as a guest? Well, click the application link below in the description of this video. We are always looking for cool stories, cool entrepreneurs to talk to about business and life. Click the application link below, and here's the episode, guys.
The more you're going to look like a shopper, which they're going to show you more like reasonable ads for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a huge trick if you want to find some amazing products that go that direction.
Yeah. What's your stance on targeting? Because I see some people keep it broad because they think the algorithm's so good, and then some people go insanely detailed.
So actually, I go broad, but I allow the data to make the decisions for me. So with Facebook ads and TikTok ads, you're able to do a thing called breakdowns. So with my ads, I typically run towards audiences that are like 5 to 50 million or more. And to be real with you, like the sweet spot is like 50 million or more. Like I go broad nowadays. But I use these demographics to start niching and finding out who my audience is. So let's say I find an audience like health and wellness, which has like 120 million people if I'm targeting that for, let's say, a backstretcher. Yeah. If I start and I get like 10 purchases on that ad set, I then can hit the breakdown, and the breakdown is going to give me a couple things. It'll tell me the age and gender. It'll tell me the mobile device. It'll tell me the platform they bought it on. It will tell me the country, and it will tell me the state that they live in. So once I start broad and I start finding out, okay, everybody is an 18 through 24 female who has an iPhone, that is on Facebook, that lives in California, that lives in this zip code, I can then start niching my way down basing it off of the data. So I don't like to use my opinions a lot, to be real with you. I like to go as broad as I can and then make my opinions off of the data. Smart. So that's kind of like my approach with it, is just allowing that to tell me who my customer is, or allowing me to understand who my audience is. And I do that with my ad creation as well. Like if I notice that, 25 through 34 women in Miami are buying my product the most, and my ad shows 90% males, like my next ad that's going to come out is going to come out towards those specific people who are buying my product the most. Right. So it helps out with ad creation too.
That's cool. Yeah. How many credit card points you got?
Man, I like the American Express I'm at the 1.6 mil now.
Holy.
But it's like when you're running ads, you're getting, and you can, with your American Express, you can select which like what you want to get the most points with. So I select mine with ads, Okay. So
you get 4x, right?
Yeah, 4x, bro. Yeah. 4x every single day.
So if you spend 400K, that's 1.6 mil. Yeah. Damn. So you could fly anywhere right now.
Yeah. Well, I fly everywhere, and I go to hotels for free, like all day, every day. Like I booked to come to this podcast today. I booked this flight last night. Yeah. I didn't book the hotel until I got here. Everything was free from the American Express points.
And that saves you a lot in the long run.
It does. Even Amazon too. You can use your points on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Wow.
you know, my girl's always shopping and everything. I'm like, don't use the card, use the points. Yeah.
There's actually some travel hacks. I don't know if you know this, but you could
Okay.
transfer your Amex points to other sites and get 5x points.
Ooh. No, I didn't know. You might have to show. Yeah.
I'll put
you might
you
have to show
on.
me that. Yeah.
If you fly internationally, it's really nice.
Yeah. I just got back from Dubai last week.
Damn, how was that?
It was great. It was I was in Maui like 3 days before that, so I was 6 hours behind, and then I got back to Dallas, and the next day I went to Dubai, which was 9 hours ahead.
Holy crap.
So
Jet
I was like
lag.
on a 15-hour weird gap of like just trying to figure out life. But Dubai was great. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of amazing business out there. There's a lot of just a different culture than what we see here. So being able to open my eyes to different sides of the world was something that was important to me.
Could you see yourself ever living outside the US? And if so, where?
I could. I definitely could. Dubai could be one of the places, definitely. I could see myself in Cabo as well. I think the mountain, the beach with the desert, I kind of like the full combination.
Yeah.
I could definitely see myself living outside the United States, but I got to build my foundation here first. So, yeah, I could see myself in those two different
Make
places.
like 50 mil and then head out.
Yeah, dip out. Nobody's ever sees me again.
Yeah.
You'll see me post a couple of things here and there throughout the year, but you won't see me back in the United States for a while.
It's tough for me because I'm a podcast host, so I kind of got to be here, but I would do it for probably months out of the year.
Yeah.
Take like 3 months off, go to Dubai or something.
Yeah, have you been?
No, I've heard nothing but great things.
It's amazing.
I've heard
man.
you could just leave your watch on the dining room table at the restaurant you're at.
I was saying that when I was out there. I was like, I'm gonna leave my phone on this table, and I was like, I'm gonna go and I had to go and like run inside and go grab something from the front desk. And I was up there for like an hour, came back, and I don't even know why I tested this. It's just because I see it all the time on TikTok. Dubai is the safest
Your
place
phone's
in
a
the
risky
world.
one.
And I came back, it was just sitting right there. You know?
Phone's a risky one.
It was a risky one.
You
for
lose
sure.
that, you're screwed.
Yeah, and I had like my cards like on my phone, you know.
Damn.
So I was like, I don't even know why I was risking it, but I was like, I gotta test this Dubai theory out.
Do it
So,
for the gram, baby.
Yeah, I gotta do it, man.
How was the food there?
Amazing. I mean, I like Mediterranean food. I like, you know, a lot of like any type of Arabic food as well. So the food was really, really great. I mean, the prices are not even bad out there as well, because it's in dirham. So you're getting like everything is 4 times the price. So if you spend like $400 dirham, it's $100 USD. And meals are like 150 dirham, like 180 dirham. So you're spending like 20, 30 bucks. So
yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, the meals were fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, dude, when I travel, I realize how rich I am in other countries.
Yeah.
For real. Especially like Thailand, Jamaica. I mean, you're literally...
I've been to Jamaica. I noticed it there. I need to go to Thailand. I haven't been to like a Colombia or a Thailand where like your dollars stretch insanely.
Yeah.
But like I know people will have like nannies and like they'll have like people come and clean their house every day for $15, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta
live like a king in Thailand.
You been there?
Yeah, and Bali.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta check that out. How long was that flight?
Too long, dude.
Yeah.
Especially with my height.
Yeah.
You gotta go first class.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're miserable.
Anything over like 8 hours or 6 hours, you gotta do first class. Yeah.
Domestic first class kind of sucks.
It's not you're not getting anything new. The only thing you're getting is the fact that they can bring out some juice early for you.
I don't even drink it. So for me, it's like not even worth it.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like $1,000. But with your points, I guess. It makes
Now the
sense.
Emirates to Dubai,
I heard that's nice.
It's definitely worth it.
Was that the flatbed?
It was a flatbed. It was like a whole open bar upstairs.
Damn.
I mean, you could walk around. And it's like a little mini club in there.
Okay.
Like it made the experience a whole lot better. I mean, you get massages and there's a spa in there. There's you can take showers in there.
Damn, that is dope.
Yeah, it was an experience. You have to definitely, if you're gonna go to Dubai, you got to fly first class.
Okay,
definitely.
Why'd you? Oh, go ahead.
Why'd I go out there?
Yeah,
it's just for a wedding. Yeah, just for a wedding.
And why'd you choose Dallas to live at?
So I ended up graduating college in 2018. So I went to the University of Missouri, or Mizzou, and I graduated with a degree in marketing and computer science engineering. Whenever I graduated college, I had 3 job offers. I had one in Dallas, one in Baltimore, and one in Oakland. And I was like, I don't know, Baltimore, I don't know if I could see myself living like that in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Oakland, I mean, when I graduated college, I had like $500 in my account. Okay. So me living in Oakland, marketing and computer science engineering. So I had $500. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make this stretch in Oakland. Like the standard, the house living was just insane. So I ended up taking a job out in Dallas, Texas, and it was for a company called E&J Gallo Winery. So I was doing wine sales. And I joined the first day. They said, you're going to be a huge contribution to the business. You're going to be able to sell and market and use your degree and everything you've been working towards. And you're going to make a huge change. And at this moment, I'm making $22,000 base salary.
Damn.
Yeah. And I'm like, my yearly admission for college was more than this, but I'll take it. You know, I'll do it. I'll figure it out. The biggest perk was they moved me to Dallas for free.
Okay.
So, you know, growing up in Kansas City where I'm from, it's like drugs, violence. The same people are doing the same thing every single year.
Damn.
I mean, it's like the death capital of
Holy crap.
of the United States. So I just knew when I graduated college, I was like, I don't want to go back and put myself in that situation. And just for everybody watching, you know, one of the things I will say, I'll attest to of why I was able to get the success that I was able to achieve is because I moved away from my hometown.
Damn.
I always say that it changed everything. So I moved to Dallas, no friends, no family. I didn't even know a single soul in the whole state of Texas.
Holy crap.
I worked this job for 3 months and then they fired me.
What'd you do?
I told you I was going out there to do sales and marketing. And the day one I get there, I do a whole training of manual labor. I'm like, why am I doing a training, of how to pick up boxes, cutting, manual labor? Like I thought I was doing sales and marketing.
Yeah.
And I found out very quickly that my job was not sales and marketing. It was going to be building displays in the Walmarts, the Targets, all those wine displays.
Huh.
So the last day, it was November 24th, 2018. It was the day before, obviously, Thanksgiving. So, you know, that's a big wine holiday. We started working that day at 8 a.m. and at 9 p.m., so this is 13 hours later, I asked if I could take a break because they still didn't give me a break. I don't know how that you're able to let a worker work 13 hours in a row without letting them eat.
Yeah.
But they were like, you can't leave until the job is done. This is 9 p.m. I was only supposed to work till 6.
Damn.
And I was like, well, I'm going to leave because I'm starving. I have a headache. I don't feel good. It's been 13 hours. I haven't ate or drank anything. So I left, and then the next day they wrote me up and suspended me.
Holy crap.
And they said, if you come back, because I was doing outside sales, they said, if you come back, you have to check in with us every 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
So you have to call and check in with us every 15 minutes, tell us where you're at, what you're doing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to decline, and I'm good. You can have all your stuff back. And so this was on a Thursday. So the next day, I already had lined up interviews for myself. I lined up like 7 interviews, all day, just stacked myself up. I ended up getting 6 out of those 7 job offers that day in person.
That quick? I thought they take some time to.
I don't know. Maybe I'm good at interviews. But they were like, the start date's on Monday. So all these were start dates on Monday. So I had that weekend to choose which job I wanted to choose.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there on that weekend. I'm seeing an ad show up on Dropshipping. My friend in college already kind of was doing Dropshipping. And this is a year after that. But when we were in college, he's buying sections every night. You know, when you're in college, you're broke. So I'm like, how is this man buying sections every night?
Right.
Like, how are we going out to eat? And he's paying for my meal and stuff. He talked to me a little bit about dropshipping. I attempted it in college for about 3 hours. I tried to build a store. I was like, no, this is way too much for me. So I just gave up within like 3 hours. But that weekend, after, fast forward an hour or a year, I had that weekend to choose a job, and an ad showed back up to dropshipping. And this is 2018. This is like, before dropshipping is even really, became huge. And I saw it and I was like, man, I was like, I remember my friend did this. I could probably figure this out myself. And I was like, this is going to be easy. So I was like, I'm not going to go to my job at all. I'm not going to take any job. I have like maybe $1,300 at this point. And I'm like, I'm going to go all in on dropshipping. And I failed on like my first 7 products. I lost that $1,300. I ended up going in debt. And I was like, okay, that did not work like it was supposed to be planned.
Classic.
So I had a friend who was doing credit in Dallas. And he was like, I could hook you up and get you a credit card, even though you have 0 credit. And I was like, okay. So he got me a credit card, and the credit limit was like $2,000. So I was like, okay, I'm now negative 2,000 basically. Like, let me figure out I can spend this last 2,000 and make it work. So instead of jumping back into it, I evaluated why the last 7 products didn't work. And I understood that I was trying to sell products that I liked, and I wasn't basing myself off of data. I was basing myself off of my own opinion.
Right.
I was like, maybe I would buy this, or maybe I thought this was cool. And I wasn't focused on, is this something that's actually working in the market? Does it have market share? Does it, have great features and benefits behind it? So I stopped what I was doing. I focused on the knowledge for about a week or two. I came back in the market, and then I ended up finding a product called a mobile phone screen enhancer. And everybody that was showcasing the product was showcasing it towards people who wanted to watch like football games on their phone or sports on their phone. And again, I just did the same thing I did 3 years later. I was just telling you about, of just doing a different audience. So I targeted older people who just can't see their phone.
Yeah.
And it blew up.
Wow.
And, this was on December 24th, 2018. So this is now exactly 30 days after. I now found my first winning product. I did $110,000 in 30 days.
Damn.
And with 15% profit margin, I thought I was on top of the world. I made like $15,000. I had I literally felt like I was on top of the world. 30 days go by. I learned my next lesson, which was you got to treat your business like a business.
Yeah.
You cannot just sell products and not fulfill them with good product quality. So out of that 15,000 profit, I lost like 12,000 of it from chargebacks.
Damn.
Within 30 days, lost all of my money. Like I thought I was on top of the world. Now I'm back down to 3,000, but 3,000 is better than negative 2,000.
Right.
So I took that. I understood that I had to focus on quality. I had to focus on, putting my emphasis into running this business like a business. I didn't find another product for about like 3 months. And then I'm down to maybe like $1,000 at this point. And I don't know if you heard about the Dallas crane collapse. Have you heard about the Dallas crane collapse? So I have $1,000 in my account. My first thought process was I'm going to put myself in a new apartment because my last apartment, I just got robbed.
Damn.
So I got robbed
in Dallas?
Yeah, I got robbed like maybe 2 weeks before quitting my job or getting fired from my job. I got robbed. And they basically said, you either come to work today or you get fired. So I was like, I'm going to come to work because and I already lost everything at that moment. This is 3 months into Dallas. Fast forward again, I found this product. 3 months go by, I can't find another product. And I move into a new apartment at this point because I didn't feel comfortable in my apartment that I just got robbed in. And basically, I'm living in there. I move in there on a Monday. On a Thursday, this is 4 days after living at this place, a crane falls on my apartment complex and kills like 10 different people.
Holy crap.
The whole apartment complex like collapsed down. It leaves
you were in it?
Yeah, it leaves all of us homeless. Nothing to our name. I didn't have anything besides the shirt on my back.
Damn.
And they ended up, Red Cross flew in and they put us at a church across the street. So I'm sitting at this church across the street. It's like day 4, day 5. They gave us like little sleeping bags that we can live in or sleep in. And I'm sleeping there and I'm like looking around. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm noticing they gave us sleeping bags, but they didn't give babies like anything to sleep in. And, and there's families in here that have babies sleeping on like top of their stomachs and all this weird, like it was just like not convenient.
Yeah.
Weird enough, I'm scrolling on my Facebook and a baby bed shows up. A portable baby bed, one you can take anywhere. It helps with like flathead syndrome. It helps with like keeping the baby not rolling over at night and just gives them somewhere that they can sleep, portably. And I'm like, this would solve the problem of every single person that's in this church with me right now, sleeping on this floor. And I'm like, but it could also solve the problem of just portability. It could, being able to just have the parents feel more comfortable with being able to have their baby in a different type of bed than a crib. Anyways, end up selling this product like 2 days later. And I was like, okay, I got to sell day 1. Day 2, I got like 5 sales. Day 3, I got like 10 sales. I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy. This is June 18th, 2019 at this point.
Yeah.
December 15th, 2019, within that time frame, 6 months, I did 1.7 million in sales.
Holy crap.
Yeah, just off of that one product.
Off baby beds?
Off of one baby bed.
Damn.
No other upselling, no other anything. And, my life changed forever. Like I said, I ended up making like $350,000 profit off of it. That's the first business I ended up selling that I was mentioning to you. Which got me up to right around like 900,000 at that point.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, this is great. I was like, I can do this again.
Yeah.
And again and again. All I had to do is just keep following the same formula. It happened again. And then I started posting results on YouTube on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was just like traveling every week and seeing different. I never even got on a plane growing up, bro.
Wow.
Like I never even got on a plane until I was 22. First time I ever got on a plane was whenever I had my first success with my dropshipping product. So I had this moment, I'm traveling different weeks, like seeing all the cities that I never thought I would ever see.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, how do you do what you do? I want to learn from you. Can you do a course? And I was like, I'm not doing a course. I'm not selling anything. You got like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I just didn't think myself as an education type of person. And then like, well, if you don't do that, can you at least do YouTube? Like, I mean, I'm getting DMs like 20 times a day about this. And I realized that, you know, businesses grow the fastest when they listen to the consumers.
Yep.
So I was like, maybe I need to stop being hard-headed and maybe I need to listen. So I was like, I'm not going to do the courses, but I'm going to do the YouTube. And I'm just going to teach everybody about what I do. And I'm going to give them everything I got. I mean, I showed them the profit, the stores, the products. I gave them, like, I was just giving them the full transparency.
Yep.
And then it blew up. And then people were like, I really want to learn from you. So I was like, okay, I'll start, you know, trying to do this myself. I'll start taking calls. Did a couple calls, and then it blew up. And I was like, I can't do any more calls. I need to teach other people who could do it. So I scaled one student up to right around 250,000 in 4 months. And I said, move to Dallas, and you're going to be my first teacher. And he moved to Dallas, and he was my first teacher.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
then
cool.
he started teaching people what we were already learning ourselves. And then we scaled up another student, and then we hired him and have him come in. We scaled up another student, hired him, and told him to come in. So we just kept scaling students up and getting them mass success, and then giving them the opportunity to teach others how to do the same thing.
Brilliant.
And then we were able to grow Supreme Ecom that way.
I love it, man. Where can people find out more about Supreme Ecom, your YouTube, and all your mentorship?
Yeah. So follow me on my Instagram, my YouTube, or TikTok at AC_Hampton. And then if you want to learn more about my mentorship or Supreme Ecom, you can check it out at supremeecom.com.
Perfect.
We only have limited spots. We don't try to focus on what all these other people try to do, taking thousands of people. We only take about like 10 people a month. But you can always apply, and you'll get on a call with myself and my team. We'll figure out kind of your goals, what you want to achieve, and tailor our entire mentorship around you and kind of get you to the point that you want to get to.
Awesome. We'll link it below. Thanks for coming on,
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks for watching, guys. As always, we'll link everything below. See you next time.
Yes, sir. See you next time.